To solve the given system of nonlinear equations, first, what you should do is you should solve the second one for y in terms of x. So notice that this turns into y is equal to 5 divided by x. Okay? Now, how do you solve this one? Well, notice that you can actually factor out the y for the second and third terms on the left side. So what you're going to do, you're going to have y being multiplied by x plus 3. Right? You're just factoring out the y. Right? So y is taken out as a common factor of these two, and you get x plus 3 as a factor, as a second factor resulting factor. And then you would subtract 2x on both sides of that equation, so what you would get is 16 minus 2x as a result. And now that further leads to be solving for y in terms of x, right? Because dividing both sides by x plus 3 gives you 16 minus 2x divided by x plus 3. So now that you have two equations solved for y in terms of x, you can set the y's equal, okay? Because you want to find the common point, okay? You want to find solutions or common points or intersections in the graphs of these two equations. So you want to set the y's equal. So that means you can set the right sides being equal using the substitution. So what you're going to get is this, 16 minus 2x over x plus 3 being equal to this right side, 5 over x. Okay? So now cross multiplication means the product of the means is equal to the product of the extremes. 16 minus 2x multiplies dx. So we would get 16x minus 2x squared when multiplying this numerator with this denominator. And then that's equal to the product of the extremes, right? So the product of x plus 3 and 5. So that turns into 5x plus 15. So as a result of which, adding 2x squared on both sides and subtracting x, we get 2x squared. I'm going to write a 0. 0 is equal to x squared minus 11x plus 15. Okay? And notice you have to do the same thing on the right side, right? Not just the left side. So you get that. So now we have that, and we need to factor this, right? I can write this in standard form, 2x squared minus 11x plus 15 is equal to 0, right? Just for you to see it easily. And the easiest way to factor this requires factoring by grouping. There's a fast method of doing it, right? This is going to be a tabular arrangement method and also a cell method, so to speak. So what we're going to do, we're going to find the factors of 15 and 2. So first we're going to determine the product of that. 15 times 2 is equal to 30, right? So I'm going to write actually with smaller font. 2 times 15 is equal to 30, right? So we need 30 being the product of these two. And on the bottom, we're going to write the middle number, negative 11. Okay, so we multiplied the outer numbers and the inner number is here. Okay, so now we want two numbers when multiplied give us 30, and these same two numbers when added give us negative 11. So what is that going to be? That's going to be minus 6 and minus 5, right? Because negative 6 times negative 5 is 30. Negative 6 plus minus 5 is negative 11, right? Adding these two gives you negative 11. So now we're going to use a table to find the factors based on what we have. So what I'm going to do now, what I'm going to place now, and these 4 cells will be basically everything that you see on the left side. So we're going to put 2x squared here. We're going to put 15 in there, and in the middle, guess what? You're going to put these two guys. Now keep in mind, these two guys must be multiplied by the respective x's. And you know why? Because these two numbers, these two terms, they constitute, when added together, the middle term. So you see, everything when added here gives you this, the left side. 2x squared minus 11x, which is these two guys being added, and then plus 15, the last one. So now how do you factor this using the components that you found from the cells here? Well, you're going to write 2x on the top. Now here, you're going to find numbers such that when multiplied to 2x give you the respective answer. So 2x times x give you 2x squared, right? 2x times minus 3 gives you minus 6x, right? This is like a matrix format. 2x times negative 3 is minus 6x. 2x times x is 2x squared. Now here you have to find a number such that when multiplied to x gives you negative 5x. This is going to be precisely minus 5. And minus 5, notice, when multiplies negative 3 is bingo, 15. So everything is well done. So we found our factors. This is the first factor. So going back to larger font. So 2x minus 5 is the first factor, and then x minus 3 is the second factor, and that's equal to 0. So now the first factor is equal to 0, or the second factor being equal to 0. So that gives us, adding 5 on both sides, okay, adding 3 on both sides. So that gives us 2x is equal to 5, x is equal to 3. So here dividing by 2 gives us 5 over 2. Okay, so the solutions now, which equation would you use? The equation to use to check your solutions is this one. That's the easiest one. So if we plug in 5 over 2 in here, you would get what? This would be 5 over 2 on the bottom, right? So let's see, that would be 5 over 2. That turns into 10 over 5, right? Which is 2, right? So this is 2. And then the second solution, so I'm going to write this solutions so you know. The second solution is what? Checking 3 for the x into this equation. 5 over 3, right? That's straightforward. So these are your solutions that we found for the system of nonlinear equations. Thanks so much for watching. See you in the next video.